Okay.
It's your boy, half brother Omicron. We're opening this up. Another set of conversations with Tori. My girl sitting right here. Tori the voice. What's up?
Tori the voice, Queen T, if you will.
Yep.
How you doing?
All right. The topic that we pick up for discussion today. I'm gonna let Miss Tori introduce the topic.
Only because I brought this topic up for discussion. The topic of discussion is.
Don't say it. Fuck buddies. We're talking about fuck buddy relationships.
Fuck buddies. No. We can talk about fuck buddies. That's the topic. But fuck buddies that turn into relationships. That's the specific topic.
Show you right. So what we're gonna talk about that? What we gotta say?
Let's go in. We're gonna dive in on this because a lot of people. Let's start off with this topic of how. Go ahead, turn it down. We're gonna turn the background music down a little bit more. We got Jordan Lucas with Ashanti on there. His latest project. If you haven't checked out this video, Fall Slowly. That's what it's called. Fall Slowly. Yeah, Fall Slowly. If you haven't checked out that, I know so many people can relate to that topic, and we actually need to cover that topic too. We need to review this video and go over that whole topic. Everything.
We'll probably do that for a YouTube episode a little bit later. But let's get
on this fuck buddies.
Let's get to the meat potatoes of the fuck buddies. Fuck buddies. Now.
Because this is a topic that needs to be discussed, how fuck buddies can actually become potential more than fuck buddies. That's where we're going to specifics with.
Well, one of the things I find interesting about it is like I've been married, I've had some long-term relationships, and one of my longest, actually most successful relationships started as a friends with benefits type situation. And one of the things that was strange about it is we started out with such a decent set of ground rules that the relationship ended up becoming something else because it was set off of mutual respect. We had so much mutual respect for each other. We just realized that, hey, we fucked with each other tougher than anybody else could fuck with us. So
that's how it always happens. Ground rules and mutual respect. That's one thing that comes with fuck buddies. And that's why being a fuck buddy is so much easier.
And no unreasonable expectations. Relationships I've had very unreasonable expectations on both sides. I'm pretty sure I had some unreasonable expectations myself going into them. Because
that's the gas, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's allergies. We got some allergies right now. You know, it's Texas in winter time. We're gonna call that allergies. Allergies. Yeah, there's that plant life out there that be causing you to cough sometime.
That works.
But what you looking for?
Hello, baby. What are you doing? Where you at? You at the beauty supply? That's beauty salon.
Why are you talking about cognac again? Anyway, back to the subject, peoples.
Anyway, sorry. Had to speak to my baby.
Oh, don't worry. We cut that out. I paused it on that. Now I'll probably edit this part out too. But it's all good. So back on our talking with Tori. What I was getting at is I've been in long-term relationships. We're getting back to where we were discussing how there were rules and regulations that seem and respect and no unnecessary expectations when you had boundaries, basically boundaries and limits when it came to fuck buddy relationships that didn't exist in regular relationships. You know.
But we say that because when people think boundaries, they be like, I can't do this and I can't act like this.
It's mutual, but they're mutual.
It's mutual, but you have to tell these folks that at the same time it works out better for you.
Yeah.
And your partner.
Well, you take more time to figure out rules between you and your fuck buddy than you do between you and your actual the person you really. What's crazy is we spend more effort on the thing and making sure it stays steady
than the
actual relationship, because the actual relationship, everybody expecting each other to read each other's minds and shit.
Exactly.
You should have knew what I was thinking.
In a relationship, you should know better.
You don't know how I feel? No, nigga.
No. Why can't we have that same communication with our fuck buddies as we could in a relationship? Why not? Why not put those same? If you were in it, if you had a fuck buddy come and say, "Hey, I just want to fuck." Okay, here's what I allow and I don't allow. Why can't you do that in a relationship? Why not?
Because I this is my view, and hey, I may be wrong. And if y'all disagree with me, just put it down in the comments or whatever. You know, hit us on the blog spot. But this is the way I see about it right here. Is and I might be biased because I'm a man, but from a male perspective, and this is why you're here. But from a male perspective, this is how I see it, and I kind of see it from a female's perspective too, since I have all daughters and I've talked to them. But I'm gonna start with the man's perspective. No, it's not that I can't leave out experience.
You can't leave.
You know, but so what I will do though is I will still give it from a male's perspective, but I'm gonna give it from a male's perspective that's a father who raised daughters.
I'm gonna tell you right now, keep it 100% male perspective. Leave out the daughter situation.
No, I'm not, because men have to raise women.
You do.
And some of these perspectives, okay, we'll get there later. But some of these perspectives are very important for men to hear as well.
I need you to separate them too, because all
right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the men's perspective, and then I'm gonna let her speak on the women's perspective, and then I'll speak on the father's perspective, because there's a little bit of a difference. There's some, because as a man before having daughters, and that is a key. That is a key, because the way I thought then versus the way I think now.
Yes.
Oh my God, they are totally different things. They are completely different worlds.
That's the only reason why I want you to keep them separate.
Well, so I will. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that point.
That's the only reason why.
But what it comes down to is, as a man, it's weird, and I'm gonna. And this is not trying to bring up race or anything, but I am a black man living in America, and one of the oddest things about the situation here is, let's face it, we have issues with the laws. We still have some issues with just people being afraid of us, and that means even our own people.
To summarize it, you're black.
Yeah. But well, no, I gotta put a little bit of perspective on it, because a lot of people, just by saying, well, I'm black, you know, that sounds like a cop-out.
That sounds like a cop-out, but at the same time, it's not a cop-out because...
But it's not a reality to people that don't understand the situation, so sometimes you gotta break it down a little bit.
So you do.
Yeah. So for those of y'all that don't understand what being black is, or a black man is in America, it's basically this. Nobody really expects much of us, especially our women.
Bare minimum is what they expect.
So therefore, if we try to do more than the bare minimum, we're either going to be seen as high-siding or trying too hard, which means white women. Sorry, I had to say it. It might piss.
White tea women.
No, Caucasian or non-black women.
Non-black women.
But even then, it's because you're more likely to find someone to give you a chance amongst those populations as a black man. In a lot of situations, I'm not saying everywhere, because there's some pockets. Like I'm saying, Atlanta, Georgia's a whole nother. I'm not, there's a lot of spots in Louisiana. There's a couple of spots in Texas I can think of.
A couple of most.
No, it's a couple of spots, because Texas has a lot of mixed populations. So there's a whole bunch of. I'm sorry, most of my kids are biracial.
It's not mixed. White and black is mixed. Mexican and white, Mexican and black. Ooh, Texas.
Yeah, Texas is a.
Yeah,
It was an interesting place to be at. I love it.
Get on that one
But
day.
we'll get. That's another topic for another subject, or but anyway, or a topic for another day. But anyway, or at least
Why
and
is it so hard? You know, basically, what's your excuse for what you're finna say? Is basically what you're finna say, and how you gotta.
well, it's not really an excuse. I mean,
Not
if
an
people
excuse,
take a step back and look at it, it's just a reality of life,
Your reality.
and it's
Perspective. I won't say excuse,
if every option you have is not good. I mean, think about it. We either high siding, we either trying too hard, or we do the bare minimum, or we don't do nothing at all. I mean, which of the options available, or which of the perceptions of options are available that are appealing to any man or woman? Any man or woman.
It's about what's going to get you the most results.
Yeah.
What's going to get you the most results? Do you
Being
sit back and shut up? Do you kiss ass, or do you speak out about how you feel?
Well, the wealthiest black men on earth right now, the most influential one.
Kiss ass.
No, they either glorify being a thug. They focus on.
Don't say the thug. The struggle.
No, the struggle right now. The guys that do the struggle. I'm sorry, the guys that do the struggle. The dudes like Most Def, Common Sense, Black Star Entertainment. Those right now. That's not the. Those are not the fellows. No, I'm just saying that our society right now
so you don't
is they would rather listen to trap music, or at least our culture.
It don't even the struggle is not limited to trapping and trap music. The struggle is Prøject, living in my mama's single family home. How many black people and a white man that got the white man at his knees basically are playing that part because of what gentrification, status quo, and all that stuff.
But here's the thing, and this is something I know going through entrepreneurial steps right now, starting our own business, is that there's so much money for. I could have just edited it out. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. We had to pause a second.
Let me pause. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, she's gonna repeat it. You damn right. You gonna repeat it. Gonna say what you gotta say.
Because we have so much to address even before we get on black women and black men. Because that's what we're talking about. Why? Because we're a black woman
and a black man. Yes.
So that's where our perspectives are coming from. So you have to understand that off top. So
and you also have to understand one of the reasons it's easy to have this conversation is because we are not poning each other at, so we don't have any of that tension, and we actually homies that kick it. So yes, a man and a woman can actually just kick it as homies and talk shit to each other as homies.
See,
this
is where
there you go.
The reason why I paused is because it's so many issues. Like, a lot of questions that y'all have, that y'all want answers to, me and him can provide for the simple fact of what y'all asking, we got the answer to.
I won't necessarily claim I got the answer, but I will say I got a perspective. I got a point of view to put on that bitch.
That's a good one to put.
There we go.
Perspective.
Right.
Because, a lot of questions y'all got is no one answer. It's a perspective.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to give to you guys. But we can't, as you can see, the topic is supposed to be about friends with benefits, to sum it up. But there's so many other issues to address. Me and him, we get so deep. Why? Because we think like that.
Yeah.
Not just because we smoke, but shit, if we were sober, I guarantee.
No, we're sober. Oh, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
But,
yes, sir.
Because we think about this shit, everything. It's a lot that plays into. Like, you can't have one topic without addressing this many topics in association with it because of what's going on. And all we're trying to do is basically bring you different perspectives about today's world.
Can it be that it was all so simple, baby? Have you ever heard that song? That's one of the old school tracks. Y'all might need to check out one of the Wu-Tang Clan remix that.
The only person that I know in the song that ever asked if it could all be so simple was Lauren Hill. And she never got it simple. What?
I'm trying to remember. Well, we're going to figure that out because I got a YouTube. Hey Tori, this might be something we do later, but I want to get a list of songs and see if you can guess if it's an original track or a remake.
You know?
And you ain't gonna know it till we tape it that day.
That's fine. Because
all right, y'all look forward to that. But back to the subject at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'm gonna let him under. Nah, I'm not gonna go too far because I don't want Snoop Dogg to sue me. Anyway. But what we're saying is, we're back on the let's say friends with benefits, because maybe some people might be sensitive. This is a PC world, so everybody cry real easy. Let's say friends with benefits.
Cry so easy, you can't even call a motherfucker.
You can't be honest with people in the world that cry.
You can't call a gay motherfucker gay. You gotta say homosexual, and you gotta mean it in terms of a different, no matter how you feel about it. Because it says that freedom of speech, you should be able to speak how you feel. So therefore, if I say I don't accept gays, even though I would never. This is just an example. Disclaimer. I'm not saying anything about what I'm finna say.
I'm gonna let this go because
this is a hot topic.
Yes, it is a hot topic.
It's a very hot topic.
Yeah.
If a person wants to go out there and say, I don't condone gays, I don't accept gays, it shouldn't be used against them. That's all I think. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong or right. If that's what you're going to do, you're going to do. At the end of the day, you're going to do. A murderer is going to be a murderer. A thief is going to be a thief. A liar is going to be a liar at the end of the day. How everybody decides to be judged on Judgment Day, that's their business. That's not your business. All you're responsible for saying is that that's not right. As long as you say that's not right, you are good. But to try to force your opinions and your views on a person that's not going to listen to you or not going to change, it's pointless. Well, you did what you can. If you can't change your mind, leave it at that.
Well, a lot of people who... Oh, shit. Well, political correctness is another subject we're going to have to get on. And
that's why a lot of people do it, they got to be politically
correctness is just a shield people put on top. Well, that's also used in relationship. Well, let's go. That actually has something to do with the real relationships.
Politically correct equals CYA. Politically correct equals cover your ass. No,
it's even more. It's even worse than that. Because think about how people, and let's go back to the whole friends with benefits situation versus a real relationship or a basic traditional relationship. No, but that's where I'm saying the political correctness come in. Because instead of, like, let's say,
politically correct.
If you have a friend with benefit, you can easily say, I like this, don't like this, don't like this, don't like this, like this, don't like this, like this.
But that's not necessarily politically correct.
That's being honest. With the friend with benefits, you're being honest and you're being raw with it. And and actually that's why y'all get along. It's because you have an openness to be able to talk to each other that way. But on the other hand, what happens in a traditional relationship is you're so worried about the other person's feelings and not hurting them that y'all start lying to each other, and it happens to the point where y'all don't even realize it, that your whole fucking life's a lie. Yeah, baby, I like your hair. I fucking hate that hairstyle. What's going on in the back of your mind? Or, the dude, like, oh, you like this cologne? Oh, baby, you smell so sexy in that cologne. And the woman actually thinking in the back of her mind, man, you smell like a dead ass animal. I wish you would fucking throw that bottle away. But they won't tell you the truth just so they won't hurt your feelings because they're trying to keep the relationship.
Because I know how weak my stomach is. If I don't like your smell, some smells literally will make me throw up. I'll start gagging. You want to run that gagging? I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't like your cologne.
Well, our honesty is probably why we're both single. Anyway.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but not too many people are bred like that. And that's why our perspective...
Well, it's not even bred. It's a choice because me, my brother, and sister were bred by the same...
yeah, true. I understand that.
Never mind. That's another story, too. Black families, sometimes we ain't all got the same daddies. No, we were all raised by the same dude, though. So, either way it goes...
that perspective, because as me and you know that, because all my siblings, we all have the same daddies. Yeah. But we were all raised differently.
Yeah.
So, I understand what you're coming from.
And we were raised the same, but we had different fathers. But we happen to have the same father that stuck around to raise us all.
And I've witnessed that with my child's father.
Yeah.
They don't have the same daddy, but he took over the role of stepdaddy. He took in kids that wasn't his and all that. So I understand it. And plus, I have a stepdad.
And here's another thing. And this gets back to me on the traditional relationships, especially between black men and black women. Black men and black women know that there are black men out there like that. Yet black men still get a bad rap. But how many of us at least knew one of those dudes? It's like, there's a lot of shitty dudes, but that dude right there, Mr. Whatever, and he was always Mr. something. And it wasn't even his last name. It was like Mr. James. It was always Mr. in the first name. You know, and it's something we don't notice, but that's a sign of respect in our neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. If we call you Mr. James or Mr. William or Mr. and it's your well, if we call you Mr., let's face it, black folks, we ain't the most respectful folks out there. So if we actually show something, Mr. or Mrs., oh yeah, you don't mess with Miss Jenkins. You don't mess with Miss that sweet old lady and that sweet old dude that take care of everybody in your neighborhood. You don't fuck with them people. But man, we getting off track again. Man, we got so many things we really need to talk about. All right, but y'all can hit us up. Since we sidetracking so much, y'all can go ahead and hit us up down below. Let us know some of these subjects you want us to make some episodes on ASAP, and we'll get to those.
Just go uncut and unfiltered and all in. That's what we need to.
We might as well just go uncut, unfiltered, all in right now. I mean, we started on one thing, but if push comes to shove, I can cut this up and then put it down raw at the same time. That way they can get it all.
Sit down. No. Going uncut, all in. Just decided. Ain't no. We already did it. We already doing it. Might as well. Yeah, we might as well. Because it's out there. We can already put it out there. We're going to touch on. We still going to touch on the sex buddy. Because everything that we're talking about ties into why sex buddies are created. Why black people do what they do. Why. But
it's not just a black thing. Because it's not just a black thing.
But we can only get from a black person's perspective.
Well, yeah, we can.
And that's why I say black.
I could try to give it from a white person's perspective, but I'd most likely be wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're not white. Sorry.
No, but
and that's one thing. Race limits us from understanding our short empathy versus sympathy.
Yeah.
Understand the difference between empathy and sympathy.
On the show.
That's the difference between empathy and sympathy. And I'm going to use empathy when it comes to race because that's the only thing we can show is empathy towards one another. We can't show sympathy because when you're white, I'm black. And that's the fucked up thing about it.
Well, I disagree because the thing is just because we aren't white, we aren't Hispanic, we aren't Asian, we aren't Italian, doesn't mean we can't show empathy or sympathy. Because a lot of
we can show empathy, we just can't show sympathy.
No, yes, you can. Well, sympathy is something that's like
sympathy is something exactly the same.
That's a whole nother episode in itself too, because sympathy and empathy are two different things. But the thing is
it's so similar at that.
But here's sympathy: white or black.
When it comes to white or black, sympathy,
no. Let me finish. White or black. Let me finish. Let me finish the whole statement.
I'm sorry.
Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. Purple, blue, no matter how you feel, if you've ever been the fat kid in school, here's one thing. All fat kids, I'm sorry, I was the fat kid in school. So all fat kids, it wasn't black, it wasn't, if you were fat, they didn't even say shit about your, at least where I came from, they had so much cruel shit to say about you being fat. That you were just one of the fat kids. You know, you weren't even black.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because the black kids picked on you too. You know what I'm saying? And they were rough. Ooh, in the hood. Oh my God.
You got picked on by the white folks for being just fat. Or possibly fat and black, depending on how racist they was. But with black kids.
Actually, I got picked on way more. I got picked on way more by the black kids.
You will.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, the Hispanic kids had some burners too, because I grew up in West Texas. Yeah, so we had pretty much blacks and Hispanics, blacks, Hispanics, white, Where I grew up, everybody was mixed up together.
For that, because most of East Texas is goddamn Texas.
If you think about it, Texas was Mexico. America kind of took it, but we won't get into that right now either. Well, it was like Mexico, it was New Mexico, California, all three of those states.
You can only use the word Tejano
in Texas.
Mexican and in Texas. You can't use that nowhere.
No, you got to be Texican. You can't even be a. Exactly. You got to be a Texican, and Tejano is well. Those listeners who aren't from Texas, this is something we're just going to explain. Texas is yeah, we got our own mentality. I mean, even amongst the different races, we're still kind of Texas oriented as a state. Texas is odd like that because we don't even agree with the most of America's racial problems. We're like, man, fuck y'all problems. We got our own shit. Yeah. What about stuff that relates to us?
Y'all don't understand that almost America's problems is equivalent to Texas problems. Y'all don't understand it. Texas is like a mini America. Yeah,
if America is the stubborn folks of the world, then Texas is the stubborn folks of America. Yeah.
Texas is mini America.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a little America or new America,
here's an interesting thing about America. Is like Texas isn't. America has multiple spots that are many representations of just the toughness of America. Because like I'd have to say the East Coast got a couple of spots. I'm gonna have to give a shout out to a couple of the boroughs in New York. I'm gonna have to give a shout. Yeah.
Against Texas.
No, it's not even about. Now I'm thinking about just American. It's not about putting us against each other. It's just thinking about our overall identity.
No, I'm not putting Texas against America. What I'm saying is Texas is mini America in its own fucking state.
Yeah. Like New York City is like a mini United Nations. So that would be a different designation right there.
Yeah. That could go toe to Texas, but at the same time, you already
New York is more of an international, but New York is more of the international. Now,
New York has basically not on the military wise. Okay, let's put it to you.
Oh shit, no, New York has. Trust me, New York has military protection.
New York versus Texas in an actual battle. If Texas and New York go to war as if we were America going to.
Well, see, that's not what I was.
Texas would be America. New York would be Iraq. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Texas would put up a fight. Look at what Iraq has done to America and the impact they've had on America.
No, all I'm saying. Well, first of all, that's not where I wanted to go with this at all with the conversation for this simple reason. I don't like to think about Americans fighting Americans.
How can you not think about Americans fighting?
I didn't say I couldn't. I didn't say I couldn't. I just said I don't like to think about it.
That's what American history is.
Two, the point I was trying to make is just
let me tell you
points of minds and points of view throughout.
Let me tell you this.
And how things solidify America as a whole.
No matter how it goes, America has been against America since America started.
Yes, but I'm not trying to be divisive at the moment. I'm trying to be joining
America until the world in America is going to go against its own self. It's going against its own self. Blacks against whites. Blacks make up damn near almost, if not more.
Well, you know what?
Then
back to the subject of fuck buddies. If we keep fucking the way we are, there ain't gonna be no black. In another 3 or 4 generations, there's not gonna be a black or white. There's gonna be a gray because you're not even gonna know what race the kid is.
This borough go day to day. I guarantee you, me and my child is not being counted. If you're solely relying on the system.
Well, back to friends with benefits. Back to friends with benefits. We'll get that. Census Bureau, like I said, if you pick up on some subjects you want to get that we'll probably ramble off on as well, go ahead and hit us up. And we'll go and get that done. And by the end of it, you'll hit it. And what I'll probably do is do a cut edit to where you can actually get the full version of the main topic. But then I'll probably put on our Patreon page a full edit so that y'all can go ahead and see everything that goes down and how these conversations really go in a full out podcast.
This is why I switched it to uncut, because uncut means anything.
Well, no, uncut goes for our Patreon members. This is the uncut version. Once again, I'm gonna let y'all know that.
Let's do
so y'all are getting this unedited, raw, unfiltered. Y'all getting that dirty water.
You getting it.
That dirty water. Y'all get that dirty water.
That is what it is.
Yes, sir.
Conversation.
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
That's what we say over here.
Will be that case that pure.
That pure.
Most people call this.
That wasn't really no Texas voice though. That was more of a Tennessee bluegrass one. Anyway,
if you want to hear Fort Worth, Texas voice, I mean, I don't know nothing else.
Well, I'm from West Texas. Big country area, Abilene, Midland, Odessa. We've been all up in that area. San Angelo, Lubbock.
Arlington,
you know what I'm saying. We got Amarillo. I've been in all them places because I played football down there in the big country.
An hour away from every city he just named. We're a Texan, no matter what, because it's an hour away.
It's a big ass state. The whole area I just named is a side of traveling. This is a side of a lot of states.
Low key,
and that's where we had to play football all over that spot.
It's gonna take you about an hour to get everywhere he listed. An hour plus.
Shit, my hometown's an hour and a half away from here.
Exactly. That's how it is in Texas.
Yes, Texas, sir.
Like in New York, you'll probably be in one city in the next 10 minutes. In Texas, you gotta take 30 minutes to get to the next city on average. There's some cities right 5 minutes away probably, but most cities.
Some people have to commute 45 minutes to an hour and a half to their job.
Exactly. They live in Dallas and they work in Fort Worth.
Nobody lives where they work almost in this area. That's weird. It's like, I'm going to live in Fort Worth. I'm going to work in Dallas. I'm going to live in Dallas. I'm going to work in Carrollton.
I was traveling from Fort Worth to Denton. That's a 45 to an hour drive.
One of my earliest jobs had me going, I'm staying in Fort Worth, but I'm having to catch the train all the way down to Garland.
Oh, I stayed in Grove and had to catch a train to Richardson. That means if I had to be at work at 5, I had to leave at 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that 2 hour. Oh, Jordan Lucas, Winter Blues. All right, we're going to have to. All right, Miss Tori, we're going to have to do another episode too, where we just going to have to go over some tracks we really like. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to do track battles. We're going to do track battles. This is what I propose on track battles. This is how this shit going to work. And let's see if y'all like this. It's going to be YouTube, and here's how it's going to work. We're going to pull up a video each in 5 different genres.
5 different genres or a song that reminds you of whatever song he did.
We're going to do R&B, rap.
It don't matter.
No, the genres. We each pick a song from this genre, and it's gonna be kind of like I Declare War. It's gonna be on some I Declare War type of rules because you're not gonna know the songs I'm gonna pick.
That's what the versus battles that they be having on Instagram. That's what that is. Basically, pick 2 artists and then you pick random songs to match this song.
No. See, you ain't even let me finish. This is how our rules gonna work. You ain't gonna know the song I'm picking.
No, they
I ain't gonna know the song you picking.
They don't know. In the verse, have you ever seen the verses battle?
No, but I don't want to see it because I'm trying to set up something. No, stop. No. Hold up. One of the reasons, and I want y'all to hear this, is so that I don't get copyright infringements or trademark infringements because I'm trying to come up with something original. And as long as I ain't seen nothing, they can't say I stole their idea. And and really, you helping me out right now. Because this idea I'm spitting, nobody can say I stole it off of them because I ain't seen the shit yet. And I refuse it, even though you so quick.
You don't
Nah, you so quick right now to try to show it to me, and the hell no, I don't want to see it. I definitely don't want to see it now until we had this conversation. That way, I have plausible deniability just in case my shit is just like they shit. Anyway, here's what I'm thinking.
Hey, but you know, with copyright and trademark, it's only so much you can go. You can have a same idea.
Fuck that. I don't want, you know, I'm trying to come up, and I don't want to come off as a biter. Because I don't want nobody biting my shit, so I ain't gonna bite somebody else's shit. So how about I just spit this idea out?
You take somebody idea.
How about I just spit this idea? How about, homie, how about you just let me spit this idea out, and then after I finish, let me see. Then tell me if I'm copying. You ain't even let me finish what I was saying. See, this is the hard thing about talking to black folks sometimes. Is they want to assume they know what you're talking about, but they don't let you finish saying what you wanted to say in the first place. I'm putting that out there. I'm putting that on the table right there. I just say it there. I said it out loud too.
I know you want to be original, but listen, this is what I learned about original.
No, fuck that. I'm going to finish my idea first because that's what I was getting at, and I ain't trying. Anyway, here's the idea. We each pick a song. Now, you know what? I'm going to change it up even more now. For every category, it might just be 3 categories, though, since we got to do 2 songs each. But we pick 2 songs. Now, when we do battle, here's how it works.
I'm going to tell you.
We put the song, like, on a card in, like, a jar or something. Fold that bitch up like a piece of paper or something. The opponent picks... You pick one of my songs, and I pick one of your songs. And then I'm picking the song that I want to battle the song you pick of mine.
That'll be the only difference.
You know, not only that...
Mister, I ain't never seen it.
I haven't seen it. But the thing is you already told me enough to where I had to change my idea just to make sure it wasn't the idea you were trying to tell me about. Because I want my shit to be original, and I'm big on that shit. Anyway, don't you just let me? The thing is the fans, followers, and subscribers and whatnot. They get to vote on the poll whose song won that day and the next week. Let's say we pick a winner out of there and we send them like a gift card or some shit like that. We'll figure it out, whatever, because it'll probably be on our Patreon page, and by then we'll probably have some merchandise designed and whatnot. Oh, I love this track right here.
Mister, I ain't never heard. The only difference is the fact that you're picking in the jar. Let me tell you that right now. That's the only difference about it.
Oh, there's no. You know the other difference between it. I know another big difference between the setup that you're talking about and the setup I'm getting. You want me to check something out for you?
No, I got it.
All right.
Why
don't you get up?
I did.
Yeah, it again. Oh. Anyway. I'm gonna cut that part out. Edit. Stage left, stage right. Anyway.
Sit your ass there.
Huh?
Sit your hot ass there. Sit down. You misbehaved. Sit down.
I'm jamming to this. This is FKJ and Masego. Is that how you say his name? Masego? Masego. Either way, the motherfuckers are hot. I dig these cats. This is Tadao. We chilling with this in the background. You know, we're going to let you know some of these tracks that play because we always support artists and music. Anything that's well done.
What's this? You see this?
Yeah, this is kind of like my playlist.
No, I'm talking about this song right here. Have you ever listened to this?
Yeah, this is one of my playlist songs. This is a good-ass track.
Just look at the...
Have you ever seen the whole video? This is the extended one where you get all the in-betweens and the... Yeah, now if you want to see the best video of these cats, you want to catch one of the videos like 8 minutes long or something. But I mean, that's something nice. But anyway, get back to our conversations. You know, one of these days we're gonna finish this conversation about the friends with benefits, or fuck buddies, as you like to say in the hood.
Yeah, continue.
But we were on boundaries at one point. I'm pretty sure at one point of the day we were talking about the boundaries and how the difference between the boundaries of the friends with benefit relationships and the boundaries between the traditional relationships are like completely different. Like the friends with benefits have more balanced boundaries, and the traditional relationships don't. That's the point we were getting at before we kind of got off into side tangents. Let this play. Please let this play. This is nice. Have you ever heard this? This is Oh Wonder, Jerry Folk mix. Lose It. This is also a nice track. Actually, we might turn this. I'm sorry, I dig this shit.
No, I'm not trying to turn this into this at all.
Your bones. The lyrics to this shit too. Listen to the word.
Anyway, so
Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry, I love this track. This is also on my playlist. That's why you got my playlist snuck in on you.
I actually enjoy your playlist. Some
You do?
Stuff that comes up.
And here we go.
Because I'm not particularly to one type of music, and
I'm musically ADD.
and I'm like, if it sounds good, I'm gonna like it. Like if I hear it once, I'm like, I can't.
I'm telling you, right? This one gets to you after a while. The beat is like, and when you turn that bass up and you hear that, boom, 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 boom. Now this motherfucker right here, boy.
This shit nice.
Yeah. And it has nice breaks. It's got like an epic feel to it.
This is why any of my homeboys who have been musically inclined, they've always came to me for feedback because I know I'm gonna tell you what it is. Nah, it's just that because I enjoy music for what it is.
Hell yeah.
I hear a song, it don't matter what genre. If it sounds good, if it's good music, I'm not gonna be like, I don't care if it's 100% heavy metal. That shit not.
Shit, I listen to heavy metal too. Shit, I love Slipknot. I love Rage Against the Machine, which I wouldn't consider. I don't know. I don't know how to classify Rage Against the Machine. Tool is one of my favorite bands ever.
Every artist, do you know why I appreciate music in every artist? Because every artist is telling a story through everything they work, everything they
they put in work to get that story out. They put in work. Any artist that you know put in work to get to you.
A feeling that nobody else feels but them, and they're letting you into that. I know this because whenever I write a point and I put that point out there for somebody to write, I'm letting you into a raw emotion. Pure emotion. When I write a point, when I write, or I write a point, it's pure raw emotion. I'm letting you into it if I share it to you, and that's where songs come from. Songs are poems, and people do not understand that at all. And if you can't understand that about a song, if you can't compare a song to a journal entry to a poem or anything, just touching that artist's heart, soul, whether it's commercialized or it's very personal song, they put their time and effort in there. They did that for a reason, not because they were supposed to, but because they connected. Otherwise, this song would be as great and you wouldn't be feeling it. And this is why I love music.
Yes, sir. That was a great explanation right there.
And nobody understands why I love music. And I'm like, come to me about your music, and I'll tell you right now, if I feel like you didn't put your heart in this. It's a hard ass song. If things did get the club rocking, but you didn't put your heart into it. I've told plenty of my homeboys that. I've always been around people that do music. Why? Because I love those people. I love people that cook and do music.
Oh shit, man. We ain't even gonna get into food. That's a whole nother set of shows that in the planning and apparently gonna be in the making. So we're gonna have to get working on that too because I eat.
And he just recently found out that even though I say I cook, he found out, oh shit, she cooks.
Oh, I cook too.
When I say I cook, my daddy told me how to cook, and that's just how it is. I stayed with my dad I live with my dad Monday through Friday. I saw my mama's weekends, holidays, and summers. That's when I spent time with my mama. Weekends, holidays.
Oh, I love listening to it.
Monday through Friday, who I woke up to, my dad.
You're gonna recognize this song when it starts. Yep. It's a song you wouldn't expect.
They'll tell me because I feel it.
But as this song plays in the background and she tries to figure it out, y'all leave some comments about some experiences y'all have had with some friends with benefits versus you getting it?
Wow. I wouldn't. I don't know exactly what song, but I wasn't.
It'll get to the hook
expecting
in just a second.
I wasn't expecting that. Just the switch up right there.
You ain't familiar? Dancing in the Moonlight. It's an old song. Our parents
I
used to
know it's
listen
an
to
old
it.
song.
Yeah. But this actually has a bass kick if we actually turn the speakers up, because this is the trap mix.
I can tell.
But back in there. Now, if y'all listening in, if y'all got some comments about the friend with benefit thing, for some reason my playlist keep playing songs like Winter Blues, Dancing in the Moonlight, Lose It, stuff like that. So it's actually keeping those are the things that are reminding me to get back on subject, folks. But also, me and Miss Tori might have to do another set of shows where we tighten up your playlist. You know what I'm saying? Where we both that might be where the song battle really comes in. Is we don't get y'all to vote about who picked the best song. We get y'all to vote on who picked the song that's most likely to be on your playlist after you heard it, or if it's already there. See that now? Is that the same as what you was talking about? See,
No,
this is the votes are playlist based. Are you gonna put it on your playlist or is it on your playlist?
Off of actually listening to an artist and giving every artist a chance, no matter what.
But
if
check
that really is trash or if it's relatable, because whereas people are brought up differently, it's a lot of people that can relate more to Megan Thee Stallion than Melanie.
But that's why you got multiple songs, and that's why you got two different people picking.
But they're saying the same thing.
But that's the beauty of the contest and the dynamic of where it's set up is because it's going to be set up in such a way to where I'm not asking y'all to pick who has the best song per se, but the song that's most likely going to be on your playlist after you hear the songs we chose.
Because it depends, like it's not limited because.
Well, they can choose my playlist. They can choose the song I picked. Here are the options it's going to be. My song, Tori's song, both songs, or none of the above. Like, that way you got every option available. And that keeps the count even and honest.
Whatever topic, I'm thinking about this song. What song do you have to match a song that matches this kind of stuff? Because I can bring up.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Have themes. So, like, let's say this is rainy day songs. Rap, rock, R&B, country. Those are four. Rock, R&B, country are the four categories.
And you just find this song in that category. Boom.
Or we can do a bonus category where it's just random. Like that way that allows you to use jazz classical, and then whoever chooses what is going to be.
Because a lot of these artists out here, they're saying the same thing. They just express it differently.
Hello?
Like, my example, Melanie Fiona, she's singing about her dude 4 a.m. and my lover won't answer. He's somewhere out there with a dancer. Megan Thee Stallion say the same thing. This nigga out here fucking with these hoes. She rapping it and she saying it from this hood mentality, but Melanie Fiona sings it in a jazz or R&B type of way, smooth R&B type of way. Her message isn't different. It's the way she says it.
Yeah.
People are saying the same message, they just have different ways of expressing
Well, if you think about
and
it,
that's
though,
why you got genres of music. It's the same thing as if Carrie Underwood, before he cheats, I'm gonna bust out his windows and I'm gonna do all this shit to his car.
Yeah,
What's the same? What's the difference between Jasmine Sullivan? I bust the windows out his car. Same fucking message, same thing. Different genres.
Right.
I'm gonna run that back just in case you didn't hear that.
Go ahead.
What's the difference between Carrie Underwood before he cheats and Jasmine Sullivan? I bust the windows out his car. What's the difference? Tell me right now. No difference. Same message, different genres.
Could you let me answer my questions next time? That's kind of irritating when people do that.
I understand that.
That makes me want to kick people in the face. You're a girl, so you're gonna get away with that. But,
I understand that.
A lot of dudes don't get away with that. I'm just saying. Anyway, sorry about that moment in time. We're gonna get back to the subject at hand. But there may not be a difference in the songs, but there's a difference in the way the story plays out.
Exactly.
And that's
my point.
That's what's going to be the beauty of the way we do this, is because it's going to be the songs we pick. First of all, we both pick 2 songs, but the thing is the final choice is based off. We only choosing genre. Like there may be a day where we both pick and we both might have the same fucking song.
Exactly.
You never
That's what
know.
I was just going to say. It might be, or it might be. It won't even be the same song, same genre.
Yeah.
You might be like,
well, it always has to be the same genre because we're gonna do 4 songs. This is what I'm saying. We do 2 rap songs each. We do 2 R&B songs each.
But what if there's a rap song that matches the R&B song that I know? Because that's what I'm getting at. I'm just trying to match songs that would. Okay, what is this person? What's the overall? I'm matching overall matches.
What I'm thinking is since it's a playlist challenge, I'm trying to do it by genre. That way,
narrow down, make it that much easier.
Yeah, that way, both of us is like, okay, we both got to pick 2 rainy day rap songs. We both got to pick 2 rainy day R&B songs. We both got to pick 2
and I can do that, but
and the thing is,
that's where
we'll let the viewers and the subscribers decide the in betweens. But that gives me an idea for another option. Is like a last question is like write in which songs you think could compare better against each other or some shit like that, and we can do a follow-up episode that shows where the people listening they got their own matchups from that show, and then we try those out and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm understanding what you're saying. Excuse me for what I'm about to play, but like I say.
But that also is one of the reasons why the wild card section is so beautiful. That last one, like we have the rock, we have the rap, we have the R&B.
I'm gonna tell you.
We have the country, and then we have that wild card because on that last one you can choose whatever genre you want.
Okay, so I want you to look as far as I'm searching. Like, okay, so I'm looking at the list for what I'm searching. I know what I'm looking for, but here comes YouTube with its suggestions. What's highlighted right now, I would play.
But I do.
I would listen to.
You would?
Yeah, I would listen to what's highlighted right now.
Just right there. And she just put GI in. Hey,
that's all I did. I for sure will listen to what's highlighted for right now. But what I'm looking for is actually...
Are you trying to type in more letters or what?
That too, I will listen to that because I know that's going to pull up. I'm not trying to pull in more records. I'm going down to what I actually want to listen to. Like, and what I came across.
Oh, these are the songs you were talking about?
Yeah, all the songs.
Turn it down a little bit so it doesn't drown out our voices.
And I just want to let you know how random and how diverse my selection is. All the songs that I highlighted and I pointed out to you as I was scrolling down. I know what was going to be played. I know songs that it will pull up if I type in just because of based off what I was going to list. What I wanted to hear was this.
Right.
I got different genres of what I was putting in.
Right.
I would listen to certain songs because I know who that artist is, or I know what that type of artist is going to produce, and I listen to it.
All right,
But
now,
it was so many different genres and different songs that could have came out just by typing in GI,
yeah.
and each one that I highlighted, I understood or I knew who
Well,
was.
it's algorithmic based off of the songs I've already chosen to, and based off of what you said, we have similar tastes in music, so that's probably what
I'm just saying my palette can go from Megan Thee Stallion with what I was listening to, or I could have easily listened to that Ed Sheeran song that was highlighted, or I could have listened to that Maroon 5 song that would have played if I would have selected first.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna make this little challenge interesting.
Yeah, I'm just.
Back to Friends with Benefits. Maybe we'll finish this episode eventually, folks. I've got 29 hours worth of recording left on my phone. And this is done on an LG, I think 720 or 420. Don't worry, I'll go ahead and put up something to let you know the truth of it all. You're not going to get in there.
I don't care.
That's my baby girl.
I know it. I got the same head.
Shut up. Don't say nothing about my baby head. My baby got a beautiful head.
She has a beautiful head.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Shoot, I was about to, man. I'm talking about my baby. Anyway.
I say basically that's your child. You couldn't lie. If I said she got your head, it's the same. She was like her dad.
That was my youngest until her.
No, I seen your kids.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Because that's at the time with your kids.
With
your
my mom.
Two daughters and your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No denying none of them.
At all.
Not a bit. Not a second. My mama looked at all of them when they was born. She like, that's you. You know that, right? Like, yes, ma'am. I know.
One thing about my baby is you have to know me and her daddy to understand that. Yeah, she look like me, but she look like her damn daddy. And the older she can get, the more she can look like her damn daddy. But his sister, his mother just recently died. I mean, his dad just recently died. We don't even speak on that. He can't do this now. He gonna go crazy. I can't have it.
Well, we can. That can be another episode talking about loss.
You? No, that wasn't me. But I was gonna say you was the one that said that you was liking the baby, right?
That I was what?
Liking the baby, but that when do you like the baby? No, we don't want that.
It's just. All right. I respect his hustle. I respect his business acumen. I respect his creativity. I respect his grind.
Not little baby. The baby. You know different. This nigga that's playing, right? That little dark skinned nigga that nigga.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Lil Baby?
No.
The Baby.
The Baby.
Oh, okay. I find him to be entertaining.
I like Lil Baby. The Baby is entertaining. Lil Baby, he speak more on the realer side or try to speak on the middle side. But
well, it's. But the thing is I haven't heard everything by them. The stuff that I've heard by them hasn't grabbed me yet. But the thing is they're still evolving as artists, so who knows? You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's very entertaining, so.
Yeah, now if this is who I think it is. Okay, yeah. I find this fella entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
like he's very entertaining.
Yeah, I would go to one of his shows. I'd buy a ticket to a show because I believe it'd be a good show. And the thing is when I'm going to be entertained, that's what I'm paying for. Yeah, and see, it's like
he does what he's supposed to. He performs, gives good music.
Yeah.
Something you can relate to, but he also entertains you at the same time.
And see, I'm not always agreeing with his content, but I would still buy a ticket because he's still entertaining.
Exactly.
You know, and the thing is
a lot of people don't understand that that's the type of artist he is. He's entertaining, and he clearly puts that out. That's the image he's getting out. If you look at his videos, if you watch his videos, you'll find his videos very entertaining. So you want to listen to like a nice beat something, lyrics.
Well, see, I also think there's something more to him because from what I'm seeing through his videos and the types of stuff, the diversity of the types of videos I've seen. I mean, he has a lot of violence involved, shooting guns, but it has a lot to do with where he came up. But there's a big focus. Apparently, he has a daughter.
And that's another beautiful thing about it.
Because the thing is he keeps doing. There's certain imagery he does in his videos to where a lot of people who don't have kids will probably miss it.
Yeah.
But if you, especially a dude with a daughter, I'm pretty sure this. I don't know much about him, but I'm pretty sure he has a daughter. Because there's certain shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's his daughter in this video.
That's his daughter in this video.
Oh, all right.
This song states a situation between him and his daughter in the beginning. So she's in there, and he gives off this protective over his daughter aspect about it. He'll do anything to protect his child, especially his daughter. You see it with his son. That father-son is it's supposed to be automatic father.
Well, no, father and son is more of a, hey, I need to teach. There's a difference because I have nephews.
There's a difference.
And I have unfortunately, I can't and I'm not going to claim that I can tell you exactly what it's like to raise a son because I haven't had that opportunity. Exactly. But I've had some experience with my nephews, and man to man, it seems to be the same thing. It's like when it's the male to male relationship, it's more like knowledge and teaching. But when it's your daughter, and here's the funny thing about it, it's about nurturing. But here's the crazy thing about it, is because I saw my mother raise my sister, I also realized women kind of take the same role because I hate to admit it, but I was mama's baby.
Yeah.
But my big sister was the oldest, so she was taught.
Females are more nurturing to their sons than their daughters. Fathers are more nurturing to their
daughters than their sons. Yeah. And my big sister was more like our little mom. Like that's who was in charge when mom was gone. So it was like
I'm witnessing, like, my baby daddy is closer to his daughter than he is with his son. And a lot of females, they have this initiating thought that, oh, that's his son, he gonna go hard because sons need their dad, they really need their dad. But they fail to realize that girls need their daddies and more
it's an age.
Their sons do, in a sense.
I noticed it's an age switch off. Boys need their mothers most before puberty. Girls need their fathers most before puberty. Once those hormones kick in, though, dude, hey, fathers, go and let mama do her job. Because you do not know what the fuck is going on, bro. That shit is so confusing.
Let daddy do their job. Yes. That's all I.
Oh my god.
That's all I thought, and that's how. Cause like,
I'm still trying to understand my daughters to this day.
I grew up, I stayed with my dad majority of my life. Even though I had my stepmama, at the end of the day, when I started my period, I called my dad, and my daddy told me what to do as far as my cycle. Not my mama. Not my stepmom.
Okay,
my was the first person, so that's how I understand how important it is for that father-daughter relationship.
Well, yeah, because then that gave you
with my daughter and her dad.
Yeah, because that kid.
Because how I was raised.
Well, yeah, team effort is probably the shit.
The team effort is the motherfucker. I see my mama's weekends, holidays, summers. That's when I see my mom. When I woke up Monday through Friday, majority of my week, I woke up to my dad telling me and instructing me and telling me and guiding me day to day, praying for me. That's what I see every day. That's what I woke up to Monday through Friday, Sunday night through Friday morning. That's who I woke up. Because Friday night, I'm over my mama's house. Sunday night, I'm back at home. So Sunday night, I'm going to sleep to my dad. Waking up Friday morning to my mom. To my dad. How I just wake up, go to school based off of what my dad is teaching me, how my dad is teaching me. That's how I know how to cook. That's how I know how to clean. That's how I know how to take care of home. Even though he had my stepmom there. My stepmama, me and her bumped heads. We didn't talk. We didn't really do. My daddy taught me. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I'm like, I'm a true definition of my daddy. Girl, me and my other sister, one of my sisters, she's staying Dallas now. Me and her were the ones that stayed with my daddy the most. We are true daddies here. My other sisters don't understand it. The oldest understands because she's the oldest. First baby, the first one that was running around with them. My siblings, I'm like, y'all really wasn't raised by him either. That's why y'all are the way y'all are. And that's why we are the way we are. It's a difference. You can tell the difference of how we was raised. They was raised more so by my mom. We was raised by my dad. So we have to function different in life. It can show us. And my sister's like, well, I live with my dad. I'm like, you live with me like you was broke. You have been growing up. You was around. I stay with my dad the most. Have anybody, I stay with my dad the most. Me and Tracy, we was raised by my dad. Me, Tracy, and her twin raised my dad, the boy.
Right.
Like the two oldest girls that was forced up by my mom. That's why there's a difference between us and how we hustle and get through it. Like we're the ones that venture out on our own.
Right.
On our own and go out there and actually take a chance in life and go on leap of faith and all that stuff. Versus schools and government just like we do women on government and we'll actually work. Not try to work the system. When we're doing what we're doing. But them two, the oldest two, they more so government assistance. They got what they got. They do what they do. Like, we were taught to hustle and get, like, necessarily y'all were taught to do like government assistance. And then y'all grew up, like, my mama didn't really keep y'all in the house and keep y'all sheltered and make sure, y'all wasn't doing stuff. Me on the other end, I was sheltered. So, I grew up based off of two-parent home in a sense because I still have my stepmom. I seen the marriage work. Or my sister and my two older sisters that was based off of single mom because they lived with my mom. She didn't have a husband. She wasn't with nobody. She had different men in the house. So that was her story over there. That's what they seen every day. That's why they got in the trouble they got into. We all had our share of what we did in life, but at the same time, the two youngest daughters were more so to be less dependent and more independent than anything. We figured it out. We go out there. We take chances. The other two depend on my mama way too much. We utilize my mama way too much. And
now, do you really want me to leave that part in?
I mean, you can if you want to. That's just my personal experience. I grew up I was raised by my dad. I'm not going to change. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it because I was raised by my dad. Once I moved with my daddy when I was 4, I stayed with my daddy. I grew up with my daddy. I was always with my daddy. My daddy took care of me.
All right, so you're going to... All right. Give me a second. All right. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I grew up, my daddy wasn't there. That's never what my mama got kids. My daddy.
Yeah.
That's how I know. That's all I know.
Yeah. Why would I? Okay. Peace. All right. I'm eating some Doritos right now. They got salad. It's all right. Probably gonna cut that part out. Anyway, at least the silence. Don't worry about this bag crinkling though. That's just a figment of your imagination. But hey, Doritos. I'm eating your chips.
Doritos?
Oh, these are my cheese ones. These are my ultimate cheese. This is ultimate cheese. Yeah, ultimate cheddar flavor. Limited time only. But Doritos, you need to pay me. I'm gonna stop eating your chips. And this is gonna be retroactive. I'm gonna say this like once an episode at least. Watch. Anyway. Would you like to get back on the subject? Friends with benefits. Alright, because this is already gonna be a hell of an edit. Right now, anyway. It's gonna take me like 4 hours. But it's gonna produce a crap ton of content. Oh, here's your Nicki Minaj a trois.
I don't know, because I can say I liked her song. She's entertaining.
She pisses me off.
She's entertaining, but Cardi B is more entertaining.
This is what pisses me off about Nicki Minaj. Lyrically, she didn't have to do all this shit.
Well, I didn't.
She has, I mean, I've heard some of her when she actually rips off and really goes off.
She goes off, but
she doesn't need to. She actually didn't. I don't know. I would. I think her. I just think she underestimated her own abilities as a lyricist and as a performer because she's talented. She has a lot of things she can do, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think she kind of undersold herself.
What the hell?
Say what now? Oh, you looking at your phone like one of them damn kids.
No, because I just opened some messages from my sisters. And it's just, it was at my granny's funeral. And it's just funny because of how the picture looks. And my granny's birthday would have been yesterday. So it's like, we're kind of emotional over that right now. Still, you know, first birthday. I had 29 years. I've been alive that I haven't celebrated with him.
It's hard for me to hear you of all them Doritos I was chewing. I fucking with you. Anyway.
Yo, smacking that. She, like we were saying, but it's a lot. She wasted a lot of bars by I that are like Kiki. Like, why are you?
No, but if you listen to some of her earlier stuff,
she
has bars. Nicki Minaj she's a barologist. A barista. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know if I need to be gender correct because of the barista, but because of the whole. Hey, that's new. Hey, that is a now newly trademarked conversation. Half brother Omicron conversations with Tori statement. Barista. That's what we call a female artist with bars.
With bars.
A barista.
But she wastes them. But you have no reason to waste them. You got bars. Why are you wasting them? And that's what she did. She basically... Shit, who was fucking with Nicki then? But before Cardi came, who was fucking with Nicki?
To be honest with you...
nobody was fucking with Cardi then. At all. No,
I mean, Nicki...
Remy Ma couldn't have came up. No matter if Remy Ma was out, Remy Ma couldn't...
Well, see, here's my... And even when it comes to Cardi B... Cardi
B is a baby Nicki.
I wouldn't say that. Because I see a lot of differences between them.
They're very different, but as far as popularity,
but because of the competition they're in right now, one seems like, depending on who's a fan of who, one seems like the clone of the other. Exactly. Depending on whose opinion is given. Exactly. So they did it to themselves. If they would have just stayed in their own lanes and just been themselves.
She did it first. She paved the way, and then she allowed another artist. That's what Cardi did. Cardi took what you did.
But actually, Cardi did something kind of different.
And she did it differently, but she did it. And she painted up just as much as Nicki is. As much sex Nicki talk about, Cardi did the same. And I'm like, basically, like Cardi said to Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim did Cardi. Yeah, Nicki did the same thing. Lil' Kim
Nicki was after Lil' Kim.
Cardi did the same thing. Cardi, that bitch Nicki did, which basically, in a sense, you can say Cardi is a little Kim in the long run. In a sense, bitch, you can't. Nicki dogged Kim's style. Brought out Kim's style. Trini did it too.
Well, here's what Shakespeare used to say.
Y'all did it.
Is a fan copies, a genius steals.
Exactly.
It's something like that. I might have misquoted that, but y'all can look it up and correct me in the comments.
No,
I don't give a fuck.
I think I heard that already.
But it's something similar to that.
It's something similar.
You know the thing about it, and then they also say imitation is the best form of flattery. Exactly. So what's crazy is most of the people that get mad about it, like, really, you're getting mad at somebody that's actually showing you the greatest form of respect.
Exactly.
They want to be like you. Why are you mad at them?
Why?
I mean, you made it, nigga.
You paved the way.
All right, you made it. We gonna bleep nigga, I guess, because I'm saying nigga too much. Nigga. I wanted to get away on one more time, so it's gonna be like 5 or 6 bleeps. I don't know. I wouldn't count. Nigga. I am not a racist. I am a situational bigot. We'll get into that later. Situational bigotry. Now, can we get back to Friends with Benefits? Like I said, this is going to be a hell of an edit as it is. That's why this uncut version is going to be a doozy. We're going to let this go as a podcast on the uncut version. You can't cut an uncut version. No, there's going to be 2 versions. See, like, the uncut version, they're going to hear all this shit.
It's got to be
on the cut version, edition. It's going to be cut.
Like, it's
no, that's going to be on our Patreon. See, I'll explain that to you a little bit later. But if y'all want to go to our Patreon page, the link is going to be down below. You take your support. Cheaper than a bag of chips.
Not in 7-Eleven.
Don't bring up old shit. Anyway.
I'm still pissed off that what is that? A 20-ounce bottle of soda costs like damn near $3. I'm pissed off with it.
Well, you should buy the.
You can go to Walmart and get a 2-liter for $1.50.
Well, you can get the 3-liter there for 20 cents more if you just do the math.
Exactly. You don't even have to pay $2.
Just buy a 3-liter. No, I'm saying at 7-Eleven, the 3-liter is only 20 cents more than the 20-ounce.
Exactly, and stuff like that. That's why I'm like, that shit is expensive as fuck. Like, I can go to Walmart and get a whole, for the price of one.
Then you got to pay the gas to go to Walmart. That's how convenience stores get you. They're like, oh, well, here's what you can do. You can either buy the gas here and then go to Walmart where we still make our money. You know what I'm saying? We still make our money. Or you can stop here, get your gas, get the shit without spending the gas, save that gas for later on this week when you go to work. They know exactly what they're doing. It's genius.
You kind of spend the same amount.
Yeah.
It's closer, and I'm walking to it, and I can get to it basically at demand versus trying to find a way to Walmart, which would take me.
And who feels like going to Walmart just for a sandwich and a bag of chips?
Exactly. When I can go right here. Supply and fucking demand.
Convenience is one of the products you're supplied with.
Supply and fucking demand. That's all it is. It ain't even convenience. It's supply and fucking demand. Demand disguised as convenience.
No?
Yes.
Convenience package.
No.
So that it creates a demand. Makes way more sense.
Makes way more sense. But we're looking at
because it's not disguised at all. They're telling you straight up. You know this shit costs more.
like where you?
What costs more? Everything.
Where else you gonna
Yes,
go?
sir.
You right. Shit. It's right here.
They ain't hiding nothing.
Like when I go to Walmart, I expect to spend a certain amount on the same product. Like I may expect to spend $12-15 at Walmart for the same shit that I get at 7-Eleven. I expect to pay $20, and if I pay less than that, I'm like, what? Type shit.
Maybe that's another episode about folks with very little money planning ahead. I mean, here's what's funny. We already know the snacks we like to eat. We know we could go to places like Walmart or whatever big superstore you got in your area, buy them by like case, and we sit there like, oh man, a case of these chips that I like, and there's like 24 bags in here, but it costs like $12. Fuck that, I'll just go to the convenience store when I need them. So then you go and buy 6 bags of chips, it costs you $12. Mm-hmm. When you could have had enough chips for the whole fucking month.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like little shit like that we don't think about. It's like, wait a minute, if I would have spent this $12 here,
time and the travel
but if you do it all at once.
But the travel time and the expense equals up to...
Not if you do it all at once. If you plan out ahead. If you think, hey, $12 for a month worth of chips versus $12 for a week worth of chips, I'm still going to spend the $12. But do I want a month worth of chips? Or I'm going shopping anyway. See, that's why I plan ahead, because I'm going shopping anyway.
At $12 worth of chips, you're not gonna buy it as frequently as you would do a month. You understand?
Like, but here's the thing: if you know you're gonna buy at least a week's worth, you know you still gonna spend $12 that month. So if you know you still gonna,
worth, but the quantity at which you're getting equals out to probably a little less.
Because if you grew up in the hood, this is something else you know. Hey, I know I'm gonna eat at least 6 of these hoes, so I'm gonna set these aside.
Okay, so
but I'm gonna sell the rest of these motherfuckers for $1 a piece.
If you get 24,
that's gonna give me $18. I go get another 12.
Okay, so let's look at it realistically, because when you get a bag of chips, you get a variety of packs for the most that you're thinking of. You don't get no straight Funyuns or straight that.
You can set up ways to get straight orders. You can buy directly from distributors. A lot of people don't know that.
You can do that, but let's think on reality.
But if you're going to the spot like that, but here's the thing.